So for us dropshippers, we tend to go through a lot of product tests, a lot of product launches, and we usually have emotions attached to that. We usually believe like, oh my God, this is like the golden ticket. Like this is gonna make me rich tomorrow. Like this is it. I can't wait. Blah blah blah. You go build it up. You probably spend like $50 to $100 on the test, and you probably get like a .5 CTR, no sales, and then you end up deciding to kill the product. And then you think you're a piece of shit. You think you're not going to make it. You think it's so hard. It's so difficult. Am I ever going to make it? Blah, blah, blah. Until you find the next one. And then the next one's like, oh my God, this is it now. I promise, this is it. This is the one that's going to make me rich. And endless cycle, right? And as someone who I feel like have gone through every emotional roller coaster according to e-commerce, I want to tell you kind of like where I sit right now. And this topic was brought up to my community about it. I listened to y'all, so I wanted to bring it up. Apparently it is a very important topic. I feel like no one really talks about. Again, a lot of the content online about dropshipping and e-commerce is just more practical stuff, which is fine. But a lot of people ignore the journey, ignore the mental battles, the mental struggles that come along with the journey. And it's kind of like one of the most important factor. And, I went through that phase of like having like this emotional roller coaster, up and down, this endless cycle of like truly believing that this is the product that's going to make me rich, even tending to like hold on to a product when it just wasn't working for me, when I wasn't good enough, and I just had too much emotions attached to it. Then I went through another phase where I've learned that you should have no emotions at all, because with emotions you don't think logically and rationally, and you should never take it personal. Your skills are not good enough. It's not you as a person. You're not a bad person. You're just not good enough with your skills. And at the end of the day, the market has the final say. So just rely on the market. If it doesn't like what you built, it's fine. Learn from it and move on. And of course, just to let you know, like, obviously the second route or the second option sounds way better. The first one sounds pretty shit, to be in an endless up and down cycle, right? But I tend to find myself in the middle, and I've taken kind of both extremes. I guess both pros, the pros from each extreme, and combine them in the middle. Now, I do think more rationally. I do have less emotions attached to each product launch that I do, but that doesn't necessarily mean I have no emotions. And the reason being is because I'm a very, I'm a very spiritual guy. I believe in a lot of spirituality stuff. And as people who've been following me, it's funny how I've been selling to that niche. All my money is actually made from that spirituality niche. I believe in certain things that other people don't. But anyways, I believe into like, certain things. And one important lesson that I've learned through that factor was the simple fact of it's more important to believe what you're doing is right than what you're actually doing. And I think a lot of people, just not me included, but a lot of people in this world have succeeded not because of what they did, but because they believed in it so much that I then came into fruition, into reality. So yes, when let's say a product fails for me, I don't get butthurt. I don't take it personal. I think that's the biggest factor, is I don't take it personal. So my emotions in that sense don't play around. But I still believe you should believe in every product test that you do. Because why would you do it? If you didn't believe this was going to work, then why would you even spend time making the ads, making the website, doing your research, spending the money to promote your ads? Like, why would you even do it if you didn't believe in it? Because at the end of the day, there will never be 100% fact. There will never be something where you are 100% guaranteed to know the outcome. There will always be assumptions. There will always be some type of belief. And then in the end, when the product didn't work, obviously you would tell yourself, I wish I didn't do it. But it's like you did at the time with the resources and information you had the best decision you thought at the moment. And that's why I live with no regrets, right? Because I'm currently just doing everything I possibly could, the best of my abilities, with the current knowledge and information I have. Obviously, when something doesn't go my way, that's another data set. That's another information where it's like, oh, well, it didn't work. So now, obviously, if I were to redo it again, I wouldn't do it because I know it wouldn't work. You get what I'm saying? So it's a bit of a complex idea, but still, at the end of the day, having a very objective mindset is very important. Being rational and logical, not having emotions. And I think not having emotions after the results. You know what, to be honest, having the emotions before, by all means, I think you should be ecstatic for every product test. Again, besides the simple factor of believing in what you're doing is right is super important. Why would you even do it if you didn't believe in it? So you should definitely have every product launch with some type of faith, like this, could work out. And when it doesn't, then the special keyword is don't take it personal. It doesn't mean you're a shit person. It doesn't mean you're not going to make it. It just means that this wasn't the thing for you. And if you believe in spirituality, God has his time, right? And it's at the end of the day, will all be perfectly planned for you to find your winner that will make you change your life, right? And that's just one product closer. And instead of looking at it as a way where you're shit, you just think about it, you're not a bad human being. You're just unskilled right now. But this product failure has helped you get better with your skills. And if you keep stacking those up, eventually you'll be good with your skills and you'll have a hitter. You'll have a winner, right? So it's a very complex idea, but at the end of the day, maybe some people were struggling with this, and I knew I did. I didn't know what to do. I was like in this endless emotional cycle, and then I was like no emotions, like fucking pure robot NPC mode. And I think it's very important to kind of have belief. Like don't ignore that factor. Having belief in what you're doing, believing in what you're doing is right, is the most important factor of your success. That's what I believe. And so you should have some type of emotions at the beginning and belief, like this is going to work, this could work. If I just do it right, this could probably work and change my life. And if it doesn't, take it critically. Take the lessons that you've learned. Why did it work? What can I work on? What can I improve on from the next time? And then repeat that cycle. So the way I'd like to see it is your emotions build up for each product test. But when it fails, let's say, instead of going back down, have a neutral. So it's like stairs, right? And that's why people like to say take it step by step. When you go up the stairs, take step by step, because you increase with your emotions of belief. Increase. And instead of being fucking down and like killing yourself for it, have a neutral standpoint. Oh my God, I believe it's going to work. It didn't work. Okay, let's see why it didn't work. I believe this one's going to work now. It didn't work. Neutral. Don't go down. And I know it's easier said than done, but you have to really understand, myself included, and all the successful people online that you see don't show their failures. I try to show my failures. I do actually. I show almost every failure I fucking can think of. Because the whole point of you is to understand that these people on the internet don't show their failures, but they've actually failed more times than you did. They just don't like to show it. It ruins their brand image or whatever the fuck. Maybe you have like this idea or perception that they're like some genius in ecom because like they're so successful, but they failed so many fucking times to get where they are now. So understand that you have to go through that. So now when you fail, don't take it personally. Don't think, oh, I'm a loser, I'm never going to make it. No, you're actually doing what the winners do. You're doing what every winner has done, failed countless of times. So it's really important to believe in every single step that you do. Do it with intention. Do it with belief. Have those emotions where you believe, what you're doing is right. Because no one has the answer figured out. No one does. Everyone may seem like they do, but they don't. Everyone wakes up just like you and tries to figure it out. That's the fucking brutal honest. So don't think that you should have everything figured out. No one does and no one ever will. And that's why you should always believe that what you're doing is right, because no one has the right answer. Just believe that what you're doing is right. You're on the right journey. You're trying your best, which is right. Believe what you're doing is right. Do it with intention. And if it fails, analyze it critically. Analyze why you think it didn't work. You don't know. You will never know. But have a very good estimated guess on why it didn't work. Try to implement it next time and see if there's any improvements, incremental improvements. Like I said, the best way I can explain it is up, neutral, up, neutral. Instead of up, down, up, down, up, down, it's up, neutral. That's the best way I can explain it. That's how I've been going through my, tests personally. And, when I'm building it, I'm like, yo, this could be it. Like, this could be something where I can scale. Or else I wouldn't do it. If I didn't believe this could be 7 figures, I wouldn't do it. But let's say it doesn't end up being 7 figures. Well, I don't kill myself anymore. I just know it's part of the journey. And I move on. Try to find that next 7-figure opportunity. Anyways, I hope this helped, man. I don't know. A lot of people in my community said they wanted this. Some people are definitely struggling with this. I knew it was a struggle for me. And hopefully I gave some insight and tried to help you out with this. And again, you're not alone. What you're doing is nothing crazy. Just believe you're doing something right. That's the message of the day. And then analyze it critically when it doesn't. And yeah, you're not alone, man. Don't think like everyone has it figured out. No one does. No one does. But I promise you, if you just keep at it, it's going to work. And honestly, that sounds cliche, that sounds cheesy, but genuinely, that's the only fundamental you need to know, is that if you just keep at it, it's going to work. And that's kind of what helped me keep going, was just knowing that simple scientific fact. If someone were to try for as long as it takes, it's eventually going to hit. It's inevitable. The odds, there's scientific odds, right? Practical odds. If you keep rolling the dice, it's going to hit. Especially every time you roll the dice, the chances of you hitting get better. So, keep at it. I believe in you. If you needed to hear that, I believe in you. And thank you for watching. I'll see you at the top.